So, guys, we have a problem that we must address as a family. We have a serious crisis that we must address as a family. The crisis that we have is that we let things happen and we don't say anything, we don't address issues. And as a result of our negligence, we end up bearing a lot or enduring a lot or being burdened a lot over unnecessary things that we could have avoided. I'm saying this because I saw a clips of Manaka Ranaka talking about a father who has a single child with another woman, and that woman who is for example having 5 different children or 5 children from different fathers.
Just because you have 5 different baby daddies, you can't love the child of the one that has the most money. You know what I mean? You can't allow one baby daddy to come and destroy your family setup. If he's going to buy shoes, let him buy 5 pairs of shoes. Otherwise, don't buy shoes at all.
Sure.
On the clip, she was saying that the father, when he comes and buy clothes for his child, he must buy for all 5 of them. When he has to take them to a vacation or take them to some outing or restaurant, he must take all 5 of them. Whatever he does for his child, he must do for all of them. Addressing this issue because it's a very sensitive issue, I won't be biased. I will look at both sides of the case and try to address it as sensible as I can. Because the problem that we have with our society is that we are so complacent. We are not ready to talk things that matters. We entertain things that do not matter and ignore things that matters. So, listening to her, I could sense and feel why she was talking like that as a concerned mother. And she was based their opinion on maybe personal experience or maybe the experiences of others. And I don't blame her views, I don't blame her approach to this situation. But what will help us as a society is to not be selfish in our approach. Whatever you approach in a relationship or in a family setup, do not approach it in a selfish manner. Because of course, as a mother, you care for your children and you want them to be equally treated. You want them to have equal opportunities. You want the best for all your children. You don't want any of them lacking or any of them feeling neglected. But at the same breath, you don't burden other people just because you want the best for your children. As a society, if all men were taught to take responsibility, we wouldn't be having this kind of debate or discussion. We wouldn't be having this kind of situation or this type of misunderstandings. Because I can give you a good example. Let's say I'm a responsible man. I want to take care of my child, and the salary I'm getting a minimum wage. Let's say I work at the filling station, or I work at ShopRite, or I work in a farm or somewhere, do you still expect me, who works, who earns, who get a minimum wage, to buy clothes for 5 children just because you have 5 children, and just because you don't want your children to feel neglected or isolated? Must I take my 5,000 or 3,000 or 2,000 or 1.5 or 350 and spend it on all those 5 children? Even if I'm not earning 5,000, even if I'm earning 15,000, do you still expect me to buy clothes, Christmas clothes, for all 5 children just because you have 5 children? Shouldn't it be the case that each parent, every man takes care of their own child? Isn't it not a good idea that you train your children that they must not be hurt when they see these kind of things, because each one of their parent will do the same when their turn comes? This issue is a complex one, because at the end I heard Manaka saying that you either do it or you leave. You rather do this or you don't do at all. You rather they take them all out or you don't do anything at all. You rather buy them or you leave. So that kind of approach, it's like you are forcing somebody to take other people's responsibilities, and that is as a result of you failing to confront the relevant parties. And unfortunately, it's so unfortunate that the world is not balanced, that you will get things the way you expect them to be. It is not balanced that people take responsibilities who are supposed to take responsibility. It is not fair. The world is not fair. And as soon as women accept that the world is not fair, children are taught that the world is not fair, men understand that the world is not fair, we won't have this kind of situations to deal with. And it is so unfortunate that our family setup is not a church gathering. It's not a church gathering where you will feel for the other person. In a church setup or in the spirit of the church, it is so welcome that I buy for 5 children. But the world out there is not a church setup. Men out there, they don't have the spirit of the church. They don't have the spirit of the church that says, I will take care of my child and another man's child. And you cannot be forcing people to do things they don't want. You cannot be expecting people to do things they don't want to do, and you tell them that if they cannot do, they must leave. They cannot leave because they want to do the right thing by their own children. They want to support their children. And it will be that kind of approach. It is good because whatever you do to other children, the parents of the other kids will also do the same, and it will hurt when it happens to you. So whatever happens, you must learn and you must understand and acknowledge that